Hey everybody, my name's Kris Amerikos and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to speak about airplanes and traveling on airplanes in English. And I think you're really going to like it. So usually when you fly on an airplane, you start at an airport. In fact, you start in an airport, right? Inside of it. And you have a flight. Your flight might be international to a different country, or it might be domestic. That means that you're flying to another place inside of your country, or in the same country, right? International or domestic. And so we find our flight, and we go to the gate. The gate is the place where we leave the airport, and we go to the airplane, right? So it might be gate 5 or gate 22. And there might be different parts of the airport, right? There might be a wing, or there might be some area or section of the airport. Usually they call it a terminal. And it might be Terminal A, Terminal B. So there's lots of different things that we might speak about when we talk about the airport. But also, it's important to know about how to speak about the airplane itself and how to speak about flying on airplanes. So we sit and we wait at the airport, and it's lots of fun. If you've never tried it, you definitely have to try it to see how fun it is to just sit at the airport and wait for your airplane or wait for the flight to leave, right? So what happens is we wait at the gate in the airport and then we go on our plane, right? They tell us that now we can go onto the plane and they say, now it's time for boarding. Boarding. This is when we move from the airport onto the airplane. It's called boarding, and the verb is to board the airplane. And it's also very boring, right? Boarding is very boring. It's not fun. So when I said it was fun earlier, I was just joking. I was just being sarcastic. But after we board the airplane, then we sit on the airplane and we wait for the airplane to move, right? And the airplane starts moving. But the airplane doesn't just go into the air, right? It doesn't go up into the sky immediately. First, we stay on the ground. And the pilot of the airplane drives the airplane on the ground before he flies the airplane, right? So this process is called taxi. Yes, this is the exact same word as that yellow car that you might find in a big city. Taxi. And there's a verb, to taxi. So maybe you're on the phone with your friend and the pilot says, okay, we're taking off, we're getting ready to leave. And they start driving the airplane and you say, I can't talk, we are taxiing. Yeah, it can be a verb, to taxi. So after you taxi, then the airplane goes up into the air, right? And this is called takeoff. And the verb, to take off. And the pilot might say, we are going to take off in 20 minutes. Something like that, right? It's always a very long time because you're always sitting on the airplane waiting and waiting and waiting. But after we take off, we go up. The airplane goes up. So we can say to go up, or we can say to ascend. And this is the airplane's ascent. The airplane's ascent into the air. So the airplane goes up, the airplane ascends, and then the airplane reaches a certain level, right? They get so high and then they stop going up. They just go straight. And that means that they've reached a certain altitude. Altitude is like height, like how high up in the sky the airplane is. And to keep the same altitude, we use the word to maintain. To maintain an altitude. So usually on a flight, when you're on an airplane flying in the sky, you will hear someone say, we are maintaining an altitude of 2,000 feet. For example. So we maintain an altitude, and then we get near our destination. The destination is the place that we are going, right? So if we were leaving New York City This is the point of departure, the place that we are leaving. And then we come to Los Angeles, and this is the point of arrival. And this is also our destination, or final destination, the last place that we are going. So, for example, if we are going to Hawaii, and first we stop in Los Angeles, then we fly from New York to Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is our layover. A layover is when we stop in one place and wait some time before we fly somewhere else to another place, right? And then the last place we are going, let's say Honolulu, Hawaii, that is our final destination, the last place we're traveling. So we maintain an altitude until we get near this last point, right? This final destination, or this place where we will have our layover. And we start to go down towards the ground, towards the earth, right? And this is to descend, or we can talk about this and say the airplane's descent, right? The descent, moving down. Great, and so we move down, the airplane descends to the ground, and then there's a moment when it touches the ground, right? There's some time before we touch the ground that we get ready to touch the ground. This is landing. And we can call this process of going from the air to the ground, we can say to land the airplane, or the airplane landed. But if we want to talk about just the moment when we touch the ground, this is called touchdown, or the verb to touch down. So when you land at your point of destination, or your final destination, when you land in a place, you might hear people take out their phones and say, "Hey, we've just landed in Los Angeles," or "Hey, I've just touched down in Los Angeles." Both of these things have a similar meaning. And then, of course, we taxi again, and we exit the airplane, and then we go have fun on our vacation, or whatever we're doing, whatever reason we're traveling there, right? Now, I know you were probably thinking something while I was explaining all of this. You were saying, "Kris, you're such a great artist. How did you draw such beautiful airplanes?" Right? I know you were thinking that. Well, yeah, I am an artist, and thank you so much for noticing my beautiful airplanes. Thank you for watching this lesson today, and I hope that this lesson helped you understand how to speak about flying on airplanes a little bit better. If you would like to speak with me, then you can join our speaking program called Everyday English by clicking the link under this video. And we have a big discount right now, and it's the best time to join. We have lessons at almost every hour, every day. It's so great, and lots of teachers, lots of students from all over the world, and you will really, really improve your spoken English in our program. And that's why I even had these shirts made. I Speak English. Also, if you haven't checked it out yet, you can check out our free seminar. The link is under this video. And in my free seminar, I tell you how you should study English for the next 30 days so that you can get the best results. So thanks again for watching this video. Don't forget to press like, press subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share this with someone who needs it. Maybe there's someone who you can help teach English to by sharing this video with them. And if you know a person like that, send this video to them with a big smile. Thank you so much for watching this video on my channel, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye!